Hello, everybody. This is Mike from MBoxWave.com, and I just got into a long trade on this morning's E-mini S&P 500. So I'll just get right into the analysis, and then we'll see what happens. So before the markets opened, if we zoom out, we'll see that we had a sell-off, right, before the pre-market. And it's notable because there's looks like a lot of supply here, a reasonable amount of supply during the pre-market. And as price came down here and here, I drew this orange line right here because price got stuck here and became a congestion zone and a level of support. And price tested this many times, right? And after that, we broke out of it with strong demand in the cumulative delta, strong demand in the MBox delta, plus these buy imbalances. Actually, there's three buy imbalances, triple buy imbalance. That's the setup that I saw. Combined with, this being a previous congestion zone. So I got in here, that's where the green line is, and I put my stop under the low here. We're already over 5 grand in profits. Today I'm not going for a long trade or a long duration. I'm going for a short duration here because I saw this opportunity and kind of wanted to be in and out today. Anyway, I'll get into the analysis here. So this level here, right, we have a support, holds price, and plus a congestion zone. So it's notable that after this sell-off with notable selling, price gets held by this support line and it becomes congested. At the same time, we see no supply here. Right? And I'm taking into the account of the pre-market technical analysis because we had a sell-off, right? If I didn't see strong, volume here, selling volume here, then this I wouldn't be looking at all this. But since we had a sell-off pre-market, then I see there's no supply pre-market. Price holds up, and then we open and we're seeing a surge in demand, which shows me that this level was rejected, right? And I'm seeing, so on the bullish side I'm seeing cumulative buying is expanding. We're also seeing, these, what I wanted to show is these double MBox delta imbalances right here, right? Right, because the red box is above the zero line, which means there was more buying than selling. So on these red boxes, price movements down, there was more buying than selling. And also, right here we see a plus 110 wave buy imbalance. So I'm actually seeing three buy imbalances. These two right here, and then this one here. So that's three buy imbalances, right? So I also saw, this pace of bids, right? Considering all this buying that's happening, so market open, and at the open we see this, notable pace of bids, which is high, but all this buying is going on and these buying balances. So, to me, it at that time, and it still looks like that to me, this looks like a climax. Right? And also, I do want to show that we did see demand, formally, you know. So, I got the color wrong. Right? So, when people ask me, when do you get in, and I always tell people the same answer, right? It's when I see overwhelming evidence of a high probability trade, right? And, if we look at the underlying analysis, right, we were going down here in the pre-market, then price, the support here held price many times. Look, I mean, how many times? 1, 2, held here 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times. And so it became congestion. So during that whole time, there's no supply. Look at this here compared to this and this. There's just no supply, right? And in fact, we can also see that, during this no supply time, we see accumulation happening right here. And also see a no supply here in the cumulative delta. It just dips down just a tiny bit before we start going up. So anyway, so when people ask me, I guess we see this pullback here. That's a trade I could take, but I'm already in 2 positions, which is 10 contracts. Well, see here I'm in 20 contracts, so that's 2 positions for me. So I mean, this is a valid it is a pullback, but I'll just hold. Well, actually, look at this. We see a drop in demand here, so that's all right. I'll just stick to the positions I have. So anyway, so what do I say, when people ask, when do you get in? Look at how many points of confluence we have, right? Support holds price with the congestion zone, that's 1. No supply, that's 2. Accumulation, that's 3. Here, no supply in the cumulative delta, that's 4. Pace of bids shows a climax, that's 5. Cumulative buying is expanding, that's 6. We have these double MBox delta buy imbalances, so that's +2, so that's 8 points. The +110 wave imbalance, that's 9 points. And the +4 and 4 shows demand, so that's 10 points. So I'm seeing 10 points of evidence at the time that I took the trade, to support my entry of this position, right? And so I also want to zoom out here and show that I set my profit here. Now, I think that the market, we could go higher today than this level here, but I want it to be done quicker today. So that's why I put in 2 positions right away, because it looked like a high probability trade with all this support here and then the strong demand coming in with the buy imbalances. I just would prefer to be done earlier today than later. But if I look at the underlying analysis, right, and I did see this, right, so we broke down here and actually at this price level, it is a notable price level because here Friday this line was resistance, Sunday it was support, then earlier today in the electronic hours of trading it was support 2 times, and then we broke down. So you know, price could possibly be returning to this level. You know, given that we have all this strong support, we could potentially be returning to this level, right? But I prefer to be done earlier today. So when I saw this setup, and I think that it could be good for more than this, right? See, I set my take profit here. This was just a correction here. I set it here because I thought we would hit it probably quickly, and you know, then I'd be done for the day. So I put in, and we're out. 10 grand in profits right here, right? So I got in, that was 9:35, and it's 9:46, so 11 minutes. So I don't really see a you know, bearishness, right? But I would prefer to be done earlier, so that's why I got into positions right away. You know, but I wanted to point this out, this price level here that I saw being tested many times, because it's possible that price will return to this price level. But you know, I don't know how long that would take. Things still look bullish, but I want it to be done quicker. So let me turn on the order fills. Yeah, okay, so this is the order fills I got in here with the arrow, the green and the green line, and got out here. Yeah, very happy with today's trade. That's $10,000 in profits. You know, to quick recap, you know, during the pre-market we had this notable supply come in. Then we saw this support line held price, I believe it was 8 times. Became a congestion zone, saw no supply here. This became accumulation in the cumulative delta. Saw the no supply here in the cumulative delta. Saw this pace of bids, which became climax after I saw all this buying, expanding the cumulative delta and the double MBox delta buy imbalances here, right? Because the red box is above the zero line. And it looks like, let me turn off the order fills. Right, we had this plus 110, and the plus 110, that's you know, on the S&P and the 1 minute chart, that's fairly strong. It's 110 imbalance, so that's 1, 2, 3 buy imbalances. We also saw demand, so you know, when we counted all those points, that was 10 points to support taking a long position. And then I just got out here. You know, I thought we would reach this level probably wouldn't take too long. Right, this was a correction. This was a correction on the breakdown of this line, so that's where I decided to get out. Right, and again, you know, we could possibly come back to this price level, but I want it to be done quickly today, and it worked out. So I'm very pleased with today's trade. That'll be it. That'll be all. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. And I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.